I had been raised most of my life by my grandmother, but at 16 I left home because I didn't want to live by her rules anymore.
I was living in New Orleans, Louisiana, was having a lot of fun and not thinking anything about the future.
I did all the things that I hadn't done. I was a very overprotected child, so I went buck wild.
I started partying and drinking a lot and got involved with many bad things.
I knew it was a bad lifestyle, and I knew it was something I had to get out.
I was losing contact with all family and pretty much anybody who cared about me.
It didn't take very long before I found out I was pregnant.
When I first found out I was pregnant, my reaction was to tell the father, who wanted me to abort the child.
Found out I was pregnant, really kind of suspected but didn't really know for sure.
I was 18, pregnant.
I asked my boyfriend, told my boyfriend that I was pregnant. He decided that he thought I should get an abortion.
He asked me what kind of life I thought I could give my daughter, knowing that I didn't have the money or the support to take care of her and that I couldn't expect to get it from him.
I did not want to go through another abortion and was pretty much terrified.
He also informed me that he was cheating on me, and that created a lot of turmoil.
I think I probably would have eventually killed myself. In fact, on many occasions I had tried. I was in that much despair, and that much pain.
When a young single woman finds herself unexpectedly pregnant, there are few places for her to turn. Often she is shunned by her family and friends. Most of the time, a young woman hasn't even finished high school, and they are totally unprepared to be a parent. With feelings of abandonment and little money in their pockets, who will take them in?
And I found that there were so many that came into my office and started telling me their story that was a lot like mine, and some a lot worse. And you think that you've been through a lot, and then you hear somebody else talk about what they've been through. And I thought, wow, I'm sending all these girls back to homes that they shouldn't be in. And some were on the street, and I had nowhere to put them.
14 years ago, Beth Reinhardt saw a desperate need for expectant, unwed mothers, providing a home that would bring a future and a hope to pregnant teens and provide them a safe refuge to prepare them for motherhood or adoption. 4 years later, that vision became a reality in Bethany House, located in Gresham, Oregon. Bethany House believes that every young woman, regardless of her financial condition, deserves to have a safe refuge where she can be nurtured during her pregnancy and have an opportunity to receive emotional, physical, spiritual, and educational opportunities in an atmosphere of love and discipline.
It's a home that provides love and encouragement and hope for the future. It's a home that provides structure and order and peace.
It was a home, and a normal home, and anything normal terrified me.
I expected more of a, shelters. I figured a big room with lines of beds. I don't know exactly what I had expected, but it was much nicer than I thought.
The house was spotless. I walked in, everything was clean, everything was in its place. Beth and the house mom met me, and they were very warm and welcoming. I thought that being an unwed mother, I would feel ashamed of what I had done, or be told that I was wrong and I should be punished in some way. But they never made you feel that way. They made you feel like you were welcome and you were special and you had made the right decision in keeping your child.
When I lived at Bethany House, I was able to gain a new perspective on life, and while living in a safe and secure environment.
Nobody pushed me away. Nobody judged me. I was loved instantly, and I was loved for who I was, despite everything that was known about me and despite everything that I'd been through. I was given unconditional love instantly.
What
What we want to achieve with each girl that comes through our doors is to restore their self-esteem and their confidence, and to give them a future and give them a hope.
If more women were given an opportunity and given an actual choice, to know that they're not without hope and that they don't have to make such a hopeless choice.
Before I came to Bethany House, I had basically given up on God, given up on other people, given up on myself. After being at Bethany House, I have restored faith in humanity. People do care about other people, and they will help you out even if you're a complete stranger.
And Bethany House gives you an opportunity to find out who you are, to get control over yourself, to take control over your own life, and to do it under the Lord's guidance. And I can't think of a better way for a woman who is in a situation where she's challenged and heartbroken. I can't think of a better house to mend it.
A lot of our girls come to us, they've never experienced love, and they have the walls up, and we take the walls down. And we show them that they are loved, that there is a hope and there is a future, and they don't have to be a welfare mom. We teach them parenting skills, we teach them baby instructions, how to bathe a baby, how to do all the things to take care of a newborn.
Having a new baby was scary for me because I never had any experience around any little babies. So it was great that Beth was around because I didn't have a clue.
She taught me so much about being a mom and helped me tremendously in the fact that I was alone and I had never had a newborn to take care of.
We teach them basic living skills, job training. Every girl has to learn how to cook. They learn good nutrition. They learn how to do chores. They learn how to cooperate with each other. They learn how to solve problems between themselves and other people. They learn how to forgive their family. We build a lot of relationships back, the girls back to their families. And that's very exciting to me. I always ask each girl, what is it that you want to do? What do you want for your life? Do you want to go to college? Do you just want to get a job? Do you want to further your education? We really believe that education is a hope for these girls because that's how they are going to get a good job and a successful job in order to raise their child and not be on welfare, but to be a successful woman and mother.
I thought because I had become pregnant at 17 that I could never be successful, that I would never go anywhere in life.
I remember the first time I asked her what she wanted to be, and she told me, she says, but there's no hope, I can't be that. I'm now pregnant. My life is over. And I began to tell her, your life is not over, it's just begun.
I never thought college would be an option for me, but Bethany House taught me that I can do whatever I want with life.
Thanks to Bethany House, I now have an idea of what the future is going to be like. I'm in school, I have my own apartment.
It's not just training them to be good mothers and successful women, but also to be good wives. We have had quite a few of our girls get married. And I have gone to each one of those weddings, and it's such a blessing to see them get married to men that just not only love them, but love their child. A lot of the men that they have married have adopted their children and has made them as a part of their family, and that's a very special thing, to be adopted.
Liza Jane is 6 now. She is precocious, not afraid of anybody or anything. She is the absolute love of my life.
She is the most beautiful thing in the whole world. She is almost 2 years old and keeps me on my toes. She's great, she's beautiful.
The most amazing thing is to look at a picture and realize that you made something that beautiful, that came from something that was completely bad, is wonderful and is a blessing. She was a blessing to me because without her I would still be in the gutter I was living in before. And I created her with the help of God.
it's a support that has been there for me through some of the hardest times and some of my greatest joys and triumphs. It planted a seed in me that has stayed with me through every hard time, through my marriage, through both of my children, through making a home. It's been there for me even when I didn't want it.
I think if it wasn't for Bethany House, I would not be in such a good situation today. I would probably be living off the system, and I wouldn't have the job that I have now, and I wouldn't be going to school in order to better myself. So because they helped me become a better mom, Ashley has a chance for a better future.
I have goals now, very healthy goals, and I have a beautiful daughter who is going to have the best life in the whole wide world.
Through Bethany House, you learn that there's really nothing that you've done that this house can't handle. And I was helped to understand that there is forgiveness after that, and by even keeping my daughter, there was forgiveness, and it taught me so much about the choices in my life. You know, that there's future, and it does go on, and it can be good, and it has been.
Every year we have an annual picnic where we invite all the girls and their babies back, and their husbands if they're married, and their other children. And this last year I was sitting there and I was looking at all the children and all the parents, and I saw how well behaved these children were. I mean, these are kids that if they hadn't come to Bethany House or another organization like Bethany House, you know, where would they be? You know, these are beautiful kids. And they're kids now because their parents have a future and a hope. They have a future and a hope. And that's what it's all about.